Hi, it's Cheryl with Caribou Country Lifestyle, and I have a little sidekick with me. This is Callie. I did a video probably about a month or so ago and had introduced Callie. This is our new puppy, and I'm on babysitting duty, which actually means that she's not totally house trained, so I had to bring her downstairs with me so that I could keep an eye on her. And it's not really the best time to be getting a puppy in the middle of winter because it makes it a little bit harder to get them house trained. But she's doing not too bad, so I brought her down here with me so that I could keep an eye on her. And today is the start of my seed starting series. But today we're almost at the 12-week mark. And the only two seeds, or the only two varieties that I'm going to be starting today are geraniums, and the other one is Santa Cruz Sunset Begonia. So I just have these two that I'm starting today. So if you're interested, please stay with us and you can join us in this video. I'm going to be putting the camera a little bit closer onto my tray so that you can see what I'm doing down here. This one actually has to be started right around the same time as the geraniums. It actually was saying here on the package that it needs 12 to, so you start these seeds 12 to 14 weeks. And like I say, we're almost at the 12-week mark. So my begonias are going to be going in on this side. And I've taken out my seeds. They actually came in this little plastic container here. So, and these seeds have a pelleted coating on them, so that's just a clay coating on the seeds. And I have 12 seeds, so I've done up 2 sets of 6 cells. So with these seeds, I'm just going to sow the seeds on a lightly firmed, moist soil. And then we don't cover the seeds. I just put plastic over top of them. So I'm going to sow these seeds. I'm just going to put 1 seed on each cell. And then want to drop any of them. I usually have a different dish that I have these in, but I didn't bring it downstairs with me. So I'm just using this one instead, and it is working out just fine. Okay, so we don't cover the begonia seeds. So that's the begonia is planted. And now for the geraniums, these are the Maverick, Salmon geranium, and they as well need 12 weeks that you need to start these ahead. So, and these are a pelleted seed also. And there are 10 seeds here, so I have 2 4 trays and then 2 individual trays. And again, I will just put 1 seed on each. And I've pre-moistened the soil. I just set them in some water and let the soil soak up the water. And then I moved them over to a tray that did not have water standing in it. We got both of those there. With geraniums, I will put a light cover over top of them, and I already have some dirt here, so I'll just lightly cover over top of those, and I'll just press it down a little bit, and then over here it's the end of February, and you wouldn't believe, but we are getting yet another snowfall. We just had a huge snowfall last weekend, and now we're getting another huge snowfall again this weekend. We just had minus 25 weather this last week. So we've been getting some pretty crazy weather for this time of the year. Usually, it's almost March, and usually things are warming up and melting, but nope, not this year. Okay, so I've planted the geranium seeds and I put a light cover over top of them. What we're going to do next is with the geranium seeds, I have to put a cover over top of them. They need to be in total darkness. Cut a chunk of cardboard, and I'm just gonna lay it on top of these cells, because they're all gonna be in the same tray, but the begonias require light, and the geraniums need darkness, but they both need a bottom heat. So I've already plugged in my heat mat, and the begonias also need to have a plastic cover over top of it. So I have my plastic cover, and I'm putting it over the whole thing to have that down. That way, I'm gonna have to cut this tag. I had to do that with the geranium too. So I'm just gonna grab my scissors. I'm gonna have to cut this begonia tag because it's sticking up too far and it's making the cover stand up more than what I'd like it to be. There, that's better. Okay, so I have my tag that says begonias on it. I've put the cover on it. I'm not covering the begonia seeds with the heat for both the begonia and the geraniums. Geraniums take 10 to 15 days to germinate, but the begonias take anywhere from 15 to 60 days. I've never tried these seeds, this variety before. They will be going in a hanging basket, so I'll just have to keep an eye on them and see when they actually sprout. With the geraniums, I will actually just have to keep an eye on them, lifting up the cardboard. Once the geraniums have sprouted, I can take the cover off of them. They won't need the total darkness anymore. And then we'll just have them under the plastic. I'll still keep this plastic dome over top of it. And then I'm going to be moving this over onto my tray of lights. I have it already set up. So I have my lights so that they're going to be coming on at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then they will automatically turn off at 8 o'clock at night. That gives them, that should be, when I think about it, that's 12, 15 hours of light. So that, they say about 16 hours, and I've got it set for 15 hours of light. And then my heat mat is also plugged into that timer, so that heat mat will actually shut off for those few hours overnight. And I thought I would show you here, these are the geraniums. that I started last year, and I dug them up, put them in their own pots, and are overwintering them. And I have been watering these. I put about an inch of water in the tray, and just every 2 weeks, so not a ton of water, and they've been here since the fall. And these are assorted color geraniums. So I just wanted to show you how good these ones look. And this is just downstairs in my basement at my patio door. And look at all that stinking snow. It's crazy. Okay, so here I have the light set up. It's on. I have my heat mat underneath, and that's plugged in as well. So I'm just going to be putting this right on top on my bottom rack. And the good thing about this is each of these lights have their own plug. So I've just only plugged in this one. I mean, there's nothing over on this side, but I mean, there's not much I can do about that since I only have 2 varieties of seeds that I'm going to be starting. I also want to show you that we have set up my other lights. Those are my LED lights. Okay, so here's my other tray stand for my LED lights. And what Jamie has done is he just found these racks, wire racks, were actually in the back shop. The previous owners, these were racks that they used in some type of a store that they had, and so Jamie just repurposed them, and he's built me this stand for these. I'm just going to switch the lights on. Okay, so there we have the lights on, and there are 6 light LED lights. They're 4 feet across. So he's had it so that there's 3 on one and then 3 on the other. And because we have them set up so that they are all going at the same time, that's why I decided to just have this one started over here, because I can do that one at a time. I could probably only have did these ones one at a time, but it's just seemed to be a better option to use the other one. So I'm going to turn these off. Next thing that I'm going to be doing is I keep track of everything in my book. So I have my 2023, and I will put the date of when I started these seeds. We'll put geraniums, what I did to start those seeds, just with the geraniums having a light cover over top of the seeds, putting them in total darkness. And then another thing I'm going to also write down is put the date down of when they sprouted. And then I will remove the cover, and I will also write down the date for the same as with the begonias. I mean, from what I understand, it could take a while. I mean, 15 to 60 days is a pretty wide range to be looking for. Pardon me. I have a scratchy throat. I think I'm coming down with something, but it's not too bad as of yet. So I will be keeping track of all of this. So I'll have today's date, writing down those 2 varieties of seeds that I'm starting, and then on the next session will be the next episode of my seed starting series. And again, I will do the same thing that I have done today. I just wanted to take you outside and show you what's been happening with all this snow we've been getting. So let's take a look at my yard. So it has been snowing since Friday, on and off. We've had our driveway plowed twice, and then Jamie has been also shoveling down here. Like, it's nuts. And then we'll go out to where my garden is, and it's supposed to snow all day today too. It's Sunday, February the 26th. Like, oh my gosh, the bunch of snow just fell down from the trees. It's probably weighted so much. So there's the chicken coop, our trailer. This, holy man, there's some more snow that just fell down. These are snowbanks here, the plow. We get my brother-in-law. There's my garden. Like, in 2 weeks, it's gonna be spring break. And we have so much snow and it's not stopping. So here we are, central British Columbia, zone 3. And well, I mean, we're not having minus 25 weather, but we're getting a ton of snow. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found the information helpful for you. If you like this video, throw a like in there. And if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Bye for now.